That's literally what I did. I didn't realise it was a baby.
Right, Sophia.
Fuck off.
What's that?
How do you know my name?
Because you're famous, aren't you? I've seen you all over. You give talks at meetings, don't you? Is that all you lot know? Is name calling and violence? Can you have a serious debate? I'll go and talk to someone else then. Because you can't debate. You're incapable of debate. Absolute knuckle draggers. Sorry?
It's not a matter of debate, it's a matter of ethics.
What's the ethics of those?
How about don't kill 53,000 Palestinians?
I'm against that. I've spoken out from the start against the war in Palestine. That's correct, yeah.
To support Trump, get his support for Israel.
I'm not here to support Trump. We're not outright support Trump. I believe in elections and I agree with a lot of what Trump's done. I disagree with a lot of what he's done.
What are some things you agree with?
What's that?
What are some things you agree with? Let's start with that.
That he's clearing up the immigration problem in the States.
What immigration?
That he's for free speech. They got over 1 million coming. Well, they had over 1 million coming in each year.
Now he's for free speech. Does that also extend to the people who criticise Charlie Kirk and have subsequently been fired since his death?
Well, if people are fired, that's up to their employer. I've been fired from jobs for my opinions.
Really?
And these
Even
people
though the
celebrate that. But I've always spoken out against Palestine. That's one of the reasons why I don't get on with the Tommy Robinson lot, because I've always spoken out for Palestine. I don't like these posh liberals who go around trying to force their values on us and try and I don't support immigration and things like that. But I've always been against the war in Palestine, and I know that the people in Israel that are killing the Palestinians are just as happily kill British or Americans, like they did with the USS Liberty and like they did in their supposed war of independence when they were killing British soldiers and planting bombs. In fact, they planted a bomb. Where was that? Just down the road from here in Trafalgar Square. The what would become the IDF, but was in one of the terrorist organisations. I know they'd just as happily kill British people and Americans as they would do Palestinians.
You said earlier that you don't like liberals pushing their values on you, yes? What values are those?
Well, they're not against free speech.
We are.
Well, no, you're not, but you can see that the rest of them are. I'm talking about these ones here. I'm talking about Lewis Nielsen and people like that, not yourself. In fact, I'm very impressed with you coming up to me and speaking to me. That is appreciated.
Well, I did this.
Okay, thanks.
I did this last time at March Against Fascism. I spoke to the press then as well.
Who, sorry?
I spoke to the press at March Against Fascism.
Yeah, I'm not pressed, by the way, but yeah.
Well, yes.
Okay.
Well, look, I mean, I'm glad you're here documenting it, just...
Yeah. But the thing is, with a lot of these liberals, or supposed liberals, their stance on things like homosexuality, abortion, immigration, and anyone who's against any of those things, or against their opinion on those things, should I say, their answer is to physically attack them. They support violence. I went along on Saturday. I went to Russell Square and I spoke to lots of people there, and I asked people to condemn political violence. I'm sure you will, because you seem a lot more sensible than most. But the majority of them were affronted by that, by being asked to condemn political violence. And it's wrong it's wrong whoever does it. Self-defence is one thing, but then things like shooting Charlie Kirk and things like that.
No, I do condemn Charlie Kirk for assassination. I would much rather have seen him be arrested and charged for treason.
But what did he actually do? What did he actually do wrong?
He helped finance the Capitol riots.
What, sorry?
He helped finance the Capitol riots.
Can't hear that. What, sorry?
He helped finance the Capitol riots.
The thing is, how much of a riot actually was that? Because when you see a lot of the footage, it looks like people were invited in, this, that, and the other. Some people did kick off. They didn't finance people kicking off. Some people, like with everything, like with the protest on Saturday, right? The majority of people on both sides didn't commit any violence, from what I can see.
No.
However, some people on the Tommy Robinson side kicked off with the police. That's terrible. If that is true, that is terrible. I condemn that. And then also you had a lot of people that are on this side were singing IRA songs, or at least one IRA song, right outside Horse Guards. They were singing Kneecap, get your Brits out, get the Brits out, lads. which is basically an anti-British pro-IRA song.
Well, not necessarily anti-British, anti-occupation.
Get the Brits out.
Do you support self-determination?
What's that?
Do you support self-determination?
Yes.
So you do believe that the IRA does have a right to try and liberate itself from British rule?
Not by violence, no.
Well, how else?
What's that?
How else?
By standing in elections.
Right.
They make a big point of the fact that Bobby Sands was an elected MP. He was also a terrorist, which is why he was in prison, not for being an MP. And things like that. They were able to stand in elections. They were able to get MPs elected, but they chose. And in fact, it wasn't the violence that got the Good Friday Agreement anyway. It was their political support from America that got them the Good Friday Agreement and caused our government to back down. Not the violence. We were perfectly capable of dealing with that violence. But the IRA are a violent organisation, and that hit about their things by terrorism. Even now, Sinn Féin don't take their seats in Parliament.
I'll have to go and find some.
The thing is, like, get the Brits out, it's self-determination. But a lot of what they call the Brits, and they also call planters, have been there for generations.
Yeah.
So if we was to be singing "Get the Blacks Out," or "Get the Jews Out," or something like that, you'd probably condemn us for it.
Yeah.
And it's
Like you say, we
it's no
condemn
different.
acts of violence against civilians.
No, but I mean by legal means. The political parties that want Britain to be all right.
Again, most of these people in Ireland do not support ethnic cleansing; they just support independence.
Well, they supported ethnic cleansing at the start of the Irish Free State. I'm not sure the actual statistic. I think it was over 10% Protestant in the book that became the Irish Free State, and there was like pogroms against Protestants and even Catholics that were loyalists. There was pogroms against them, and they were forced out. So they were doing ethnic cleansing around 100 years ago in what is now the Republic of Ireland, was the Irish Free State at the time. Thank you very much for talking to me. It's been a pleasure for a change. Cheers. At least they've put them in bin bags. It makes it a bit easier to clear up afterwards. What the young man was saying as well about the right to self-determination, which I'm sure he probably doesn't support our right to self-determination, but it gets me thinking about, I've spent a lot of time in America about 15 to 25 years ago, and I've spoken to lots of Americans of all different political persuasions, and a lot of people in America, I believe this is due to Hollywood and the people that run Hollywood, a lot of the people in America had this sort of image that everyone in the island wanted independence from Britain and we just wouldn't give it to them. We all know that isn't the truth. We all know that there's lots of loyalists in Northern Ireland, and there was previously in the Irish Free State before, and there's still a few, but most of them were forced out. So again, it's a lot of this is Hollywood, where people are brainwashed and that, and that's probably one of the reasons why you do get a lot of people probably supporting the IRA and things like that who shouldn't, because they've got no idea of what they're actually like.
We already learned English one day. One day he learned English. This morning. And he's already learned English. He's a millionaire. He's a millionaire. He came this morning and he's already learned English. What have you learned in your whole life? Nothing.
I came in this morning. You have issue with that?
I don't really care.
Can you tell me why did you flee the EU?
I don't really care what you are.
What were they doing to you in France? Why did you need to flee the EU?
Huh? I'm not interested.
I thought I might speak. Do you speak English?
I have.
No English, me, please. No English, sir.
I thought so, yeah. Did a minute ago, you might have lost it. Excuse me, sir.
No one knows you.
Excuse me, sir.
No one knows you.
Did you say you came here today? Or yesterday, sorry?
Why are you saying
what's going on, Jody?
No, I thought you said you just come here.
Don't meet Jody.
Don't tell me what to say. I'm talking to somebody.
Okay, all right.
He's repeating what you said.
What do you say?
He's asking you why you said it. You're just talking nonsense.
I want to know why he's fled the EU. I want to know what's so terrible
He's
in
just
the EU.
talking rubbish.
We came here to get the penthouse, the Lamborghini, the free driving lessons. What
You
else?
need to sell a lot of drugs and do a lot of rap songs to get the
Yeah,
Lamborghini.
exactly. All of that. Unlimited rubber dinghies, bring them all in. Unlimited rubber dinghies, bring them in.
He's just
Come
talking
on.
rubbish.
Unlimited rubber dinghies. If they're funny, don't meet them. But if they're just spewing Trump.
Not problem if you are.
don't want to commit any violence. I don't want to stop anyone talking. That's fine. I don't want anything to happen to anyone. I want to exercise my freedom of speech. Absolutely. And that's it. What have you been doing today? And I've just been discussing. I've shown the left for what they are. They're celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. They told me to stop his wife.
Tommy Robinson's backup group. They wear a uniform and funded by the
I bet you was glad they was there Saturday though, weren't you?
Huh?
I bet you were glad they were there
What happened
Saturday.
to your boy Charlie? He said he
It
wants
was
to
my
bring.
boy. It was my boy.
He said he wants to bring back slavery. Where is he now?
It was my boy. It's not my boy. You're talking about the gentleman that got murdered in America.
Another Charlie fanboy. He said he wants to bring back slavery. What do you think about that?
It's up to him what he wants. What it was.
He says it's okay to rape women. What do you think about that?
I'm unaware that he said that. I don't believe he said that. But
Oh,
if
he
he,
didn't say
if
that,
he
did he?
has, I condemn that. If he has said it,
Oh, okay.
doesn't make it right to murder him. But I will condemn saying that.
Where is he now? Where is he now? Tell me.
God bless Trump and the USA! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! Fuck off!
So what's the problem?
What's the problem? This is an anti-Trump march and we're getting somebody to incite.
I'm not with the guy. I haven't met him before
Yeah,
today.
you can just kill
Right?
the flag.
That's my national flag.
Yeah, you're a wanker, aren't you?
If you hate this country, why don't you go? That's the British flag.
I've lived in this country longer than you ever
Get out of my
have.
face, you're getting right in my
My
face.
parents have lived in this
I don't
country
want to
longer
kiss
than
you.
you
You're
have.
touching me now. Get away. Move away.
I've lived in this country and my family lived in this country longer than you ever have.
I think you've been drinking.
I think I haven't.
Well, you sound like you've been drinking.
Well, you're a
talking
wanker.
out
You're a
nonsense.
fucking wanker, aren't you? You're a complete wanker.
Hey, I say I think you've been drinking, so then you
Complete
start
wanker.
swearing to try and emphasise the
complete
fact that you
wanker.
haven't.
You're a complete
Okay, you
wanker.
win the argument. You've sworn the most.
wanker.
You're shouting. You're getting in my face. You win the argument.
Complete wanker.
Is that you? Is that if you have the same one back? Is it? Is that if you got it back?
You can't follow this knob, you fucking weirdo!
Pyjamas! Why'd you come in your pyjamas?
Because it's comfy!
Get dressed!
It's
Get dressed properly! Pyjamas! Students of voice for your students! What are you doing? What are you doing?
Racist and paedophile!
Boring!
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 You're by yourself, mate.
This has got to be the most disorganised march I've ever seen. They seem to be split into two different groups at the moment.
I'll check the rest of the South working. Now I have to go and find out who's in charge of what's happening next. So excuse me, just check the numbers out. As I bound to lose your fascist, bound to lose, yeah! This march is about many things, many issues, and the many banners you can see as you're marching along, but at the bottom of it, fundamentally, there's an idea, and that idea is what does it mean to be free? What is the idea of freedom? The Trumpian idea of freedom is freedom for me but not for you. We saw that at the weekend, the racists marching through this very square in the name of free speech. Not free speech, but liberty. Liberty to speak freely. It's a fundamental aspect of democracy, but liberty without equality is nothing more than privilege. And liberty without accountability is tyranny. And this is what we're facing from Donald Trump. He's never been held accountable for anything he's ever done in his professional, political or business life. This is the challenge we face, and there are people in this country, Boris Johnson among them, who have the same attitude towards accountability. The reason Donald Trump comes here is because he wants to feel like he's king. That's what he's doing today in Windsor, riding around in that toy town carriage with Charles and Camilla. He desperately wants to be king, but our American cousins dealt with the monarchy a long, long time ago. That's what this song is about. It's called The Buck Doesn't Stop Here.
Your face, obviously, belongs to the thing. There you go. There you go. He's just coming shoved in his face.
I don't understand why people are doing that. I'm just getting a bit scared, that's all I'm saying.
Well, there's nothing to be scared about.
Okay.
Right.
Alright then.
So, can you tell me what you're in, please, and what you're representing?
Just solidarity. I'm astounded at how many people are getting thousands. And I think it's just that, global fascism, what Trump represents.
Yeah.
So I'm just against what he represents. And how it's spilling over into our country.
Here's a good number.
Thousands.
Yeah.
I think there's more or less than Saturday.
Yeah, millions
Which
Saturday,
side?
though.
No, it wasn't millions.
Yeah, it was.
60,000.
60,000,
It was
come
sad.
on. 60,000.
60 to 100, which is pretty poor for a national calling.
60,000.
60 to 100 if you're lucky.
Come on
If you're
now.
lucky. And that's really poor. That's peace
You think there's 60?
For a national, yeah, 60 to 100.
Come on.
That's the verified
In the wolf this today.
I've just left the Smellies protest and I'm just heading back to Victoria now. I shouldn't really laugh now, it's disgusting the way they behave going past the Cenotaph. And most of them probably aren't even British and have no idea what the Cenotaph is. But a lot of them were literally stopping there to pose with their filth and foreign flags and whatever else they were carrying. I've just listened to a bit of Billy Bragg singing and talking, and with these people from Hope Not Hate. Billy Bragg's a massive Hope Not Hate supporter, and he also goes with Stand Up to Racism. Technically they are separate organisations, but there's a lot of overlap and they all hate Britain.